Hello there. We are live. It's Sunday, January 14th. I've not been very good with my dates lately. The video I posted this morning, I said it was Tuesday, January 11th, and a lot of people called me out on that in the comments. I don't know. I was too tired when I edited it to check it. But I see Harjot in the house, Darren Ross, H. Hill, Steve Giles, Sally Smith, Mark D, Marge, Jeanette Morales, Wesley, Marie Palmer, Who's Jaw, Uncle Buck, Emily Coronation Dancer, fancy name, Sandy, Vivian Johnson, our trustee CEO, and chief moderator. Cam is here, Maple Dubs, Darren Ross, Brad Palmer, Marge. I'm sure I've read some names twice. Welcome to, and Michael Nguyen, Fern McKee, Everett, Clendenin, Pine Soul, and Upstate New York Bob. Welcome to what will be the last traditional Sunday Night Lives in January. I don't even think there's going to be one the first Sunday in February. I'm going to be oot and a boot, as they would say in my apartment, and by they I mean me. I'm going to be doing some traveling. I've hooked up my apartment. I've got a friend coming to take over and look after my apartment, so if you're planning on pulling off the great big heist, that would not be the best time to do it, as there'll be someone here who will not be armed or dangerous, but there'll be someone here guarding the fort. Also, fun fact, when I go away, I take my hard drive out of my PC, and it is nowhere to be found because I'm just that kind of person. Jennifer Gala here. Colette is here. Sweet Cheeks. Thank you for tuning in. And I've still got some work to do tonight, so we're going to go not the edible route. We'll save that for maybe the first one back. But we're going to have a mystery beer. Oh, I like how when I put the beer up, it like blocks some of the light, and it interferes with the green screen action. Check out my ghetto amateur lighting setup. But this is Mystery Beer 1, 3% alcohol, so this isn't really going to do much. Lake of Bays Brewing Company. I don't even know what this is, but let's open it up and find out. And cheers, and welcome to the last one of these live streams in a while. I might still go live on Sunday night on this channel while I'm away. I don't really know, but it won't be with the comfy confines of my desktop here. Maple Dub says a THC break is always good. You'll get toasted when you get back. Not just THC lately. There's another kind of edible in the fridge. Maybe one I will not admit to consuming on a live stream, but cheers. Happy Sunday. I was going to order a pizza on this live stream. I was going to do the thing where we build a pizza and then I order a pizza and then the pizza comes and I show you the pizza. And then I end the stream and I eat the pizza while I'm watching the football game. I think it's the Detroit Lions tonight. The Rams at the Lions. That's as good a matchup as the Cowboys and Packers is on paper, at least in terms of like Mike McCarthy playing his former team, Matt Stafford playing his former team. Peter says, hey, Johnny, for some reason, Johnny Strides has me set that I subscribed on a vid for children and won't let me chat there. I have an answer of teeter-totter versus seesaw difference. Peter, that's in your YouTube settings. I have no idea how to resolve that. I've heard similar from other people before, but it has nothing to do with my channel. So good luck getting that resolved. You can leave your comment in this stream. So something kind of crappy happened, which I'll talk about the other night. Bashan Parker says, go Bills. Yes, go Bills indeed. I saw the clips of the fans like shoveling the stadium out of snow, which was pretty awesome. But check out the weather. It is -10. I think with the wind chill, it's like -17. It is gross outside. I went out today and I recorded a few videos. Sorry to hear that, Josh. Hope you feel better. Stephen Chung says, hey, Johnny, since you're absolutely hilarious, so therefore I wish we were brothers under the same parents. All right. don't know how to respond to that. But yeah, it is freezing cold outside. I made 2 videos. I'm trying to catch up so I have videos to cover some of the time while I'm away. But -10, what is it with the humidity though? Let's make sure I pull up the right web browser here. Weather, Toronto. Now. Give it to me now. This is -7. My weather doodad says -10. What does this say? Current conditions, -11. With the wind chill, -21. So it feels like -21 out there. So for all of you down south who unfortunately have to suffer through Fahrenheit, that is -5.8 degrees. That is freaking cold no matter how you slice it. Yeah, so it's -11, but with the wind chill, -21. Yeah, B. Coleman says -32 in Edmonton, Alberta. Boom Production says, might Belichick find a job in Dallas? Maybe. If I were him, I would just hang it up, but he's not possibly going to top his legacy or really even add to it. Jeanette says Houston has a hard freeze tonight. It's supposed to be -1 tomorrow early in the morning. That's cold for Houstonians. That's cold for a lot of people. There's this myth that because you're white, you can tolerate the cold. No, I'm just as bad in the cold as any of you. It is yeah, we all suffer when it is this cold. Some people are built for it, but I don't think it has anything to do. I think it has other factors at play. Jelly Bean says, sup, Johnny. What's up, Jelly Bean? I was born here. I lived here my whole life. I effing hate the cold. I do not do well. As soon as I'm out in the cold, like my nose turns into a faucet and it's nonstop. Yeah, but hey, I signed up for this job in the winter, so that's what we do. Speaking of which, what was I looking at here? I was looking at these for some reason. If we go to Johnny Strides, I did a live stream on Friday, which netted 177,000 views, which is pretty good, but I have to say, old DJI mic system, rest in peace. This is my old DJI mic system. What happened is the receiver stopped working at the end of the stream, and I figured, okay, I'll just dry it out, wait a day. I did that. Didn't work. Plugged it into my PC, updated the firmware. Didn't work. Held the power button down forever. Didn't work. It's basically jacked. And since it's soaking wet and slightly out of warranty, hello, brand new DJI mic system. So not only have I purchased a handful of DJI pocket cameras, I think I'm up to like 8 or 9 by now. And I've had like 7 different gimbals, but now I'm on my second DJI mic system. So yeah, I burned through tech pretty quickly. One of the joys of living in Ontario or in Canada. Peter says, teeter-totters are narrower and longer than seesaws. Teeter-totters rely on spring mechanisms for motions, while seesaws rely on children's weight for motion. Now you know. We always called that a teeter-totter, though, when it was people on either end pushing up. Did not know that. I might have to look that up and check it. But thanks for the info. Jennifer Gallus says, I'm a DJI fan. Yeah, well, I also... Funny fact, I've also been through multiple systems of these Rode Wireless Go mics. I've purchased 2 of these as well. These 3 mics. I moved on from Rode to DJI, but yeah, I'm like a graveyard of tech that gets destroyed. Cindy says, you ever sell your used stuff? No, because it's destroyed. But I'll show you why the DJI mic. I plug this into the iPhone when I live stream, but the USB-C port was facing upwards, collecting snow and moisture. So what I have done is something I should have done a long time ago, and I've put tape over it. I never used the, I don't know if the camera's focusing. I never used the mic or the USB-C port anyways. So hopefully that will weatherproof this and save me another $400 mistake, but that is what we're doing. Gertech says, was it expensive? Yeah. I know. If I was unethical, I could just buy a new one, replace the broken part, and send it back and say it doesn't work. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll just do it the honest way, I guess. Chris Mill says we live in a world of disposable electronics. Yeah, and I live in a world of like killing my electronics. And this gimbal is barely hanging on. Speaking of which, I saw Ken's stream tonight. He was out the same night, and he also killed some equipment. I think the Walking Man dude took over his stream, but I think he went to turn on his gimbal tonight and it didn't work. Probably the same thing happened. Water got into like either the charging port or into one of the mechanisms, and
hey people,
it got killed. Even when you're using an umbrella, when you're out there when it's like windy and there's snow blowing all over the place,
and you may notice
it
stream is
your stuff can die. That's why I stream with the
will not turn on
with the iPhone and not with the DJI mic.
Want to turn on. I think
just because
the other night when I was out streaming,
yeah, the iPhone can handle the extreme temperatures, and the USB-C port
got so soaked that
is reasonably weatherproof.
Inoperable now. It doesn't want to turn on.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I think I drowned my gimbal.
Old DJI mic and Ken's gimbal. this is so shaky. Ooh. I guess Ken uses he uses an Android, right? On iPhone, there's a stabilization mode, so you can still kind of handhold it, and it's okay.
It's very cold out.
But props to Ken for getting out there in the freezing cold and doing a live stream. That is I couldn't do it today. Like, it was too cold. I was going to live stream today, and I completely wussied out of it because it was so cold. I just made a few videos instead with my gloves on. But props to him for still going out and doing it. What a trooper. Good job, Ken. Gordon says more moving parts means more fragile. Yeah, especially with gimbals, there's like multiple mechanisms. There's a motor. It's all... I don't think there's a way to like weather seal something that has like movable bearings like that. Movable bearings, all bearings move, but you get the idea. But yeah. Oh, well. Congrats on getting out there and streaming. He's a bigger man than I am. Maybe you can do some indoor walking tours when it's this cold, says Kim. Yeah, I usually do that. I usually do some path walks and shopping mall walks and that sort of thing. But it's also part of like going outside, so I still try to record a lot. Mike T says, after it snowed up there the other night, how did he find an area with nothing on the ground? Mike, it rained after, and it was also above zero, so the snow did not stick around. And downtown, I think because of like the concrete effect of it just being paved over with massive high-rises, combined with the fact that it's lower to the ground, makes it a few degrees warmer. So snow definitely doesn't last downtown. But even in Midtown, like, sidewalks were dry. There was no snow. It was fine. Upstate New York, Bob says, did you see Henry's walk from Newmarket in the blizzard? Yes. Wasn't that on Friday? Yeah, someone told me he went up there on Friday. I've been so busy. I didn't get up there, but yeah, Ken, deep freeze. Our fellow Canucks in Edmonton are laughing at us. Yeah. Well, you know, we're not built. They're a little more hardy than us up there. Hello, William. Welcome to the stream. Justin asking, am I going to Southeast Asia or Europe? The answer to your question is neither. But also maybe one of those two. You'll find out. You'll find out. I'm leaving very soon, actually. I've still got to make a bunch of videos and catch up, but I'll be... I don't know if I'm going to do a airport stream. I'm going to the airport pretty early. I've got a bunch of lounge passes I can use, but when you have like a early morning flight, I don't know if the lounge is really worth burning a pass on, because I'm not going to be that hungry, and I'm not really going to want to take advantage of the unlimited all-you-can-drink environment. So it might be better just to save those lounge passes for later. But I do have 6 lounge passes that I can use this year, so hopefully there'll be some comfortable airport streams. Sunjip says, "What is the video for tomorrow?" I've got a few videos up in Scarborough. I'm thinking tomorrow I might skip a video and live stream just to kind of push things up. Cam asks, "Do I wear a mask on the plane?" No. Almost nobody does, but if I was coughing or sneezing, I would. Hopefully that would resolve itself before I get on the plane, but no, unless I'm sick, I'm not doing that. Love and Joy says, "I still have congestion and cough from the flu." Oh, sorry to hear, but hopefully you recover. But yeah, I can't even remember the last time I wore a mask. I'm not anti-mask or anything. It's just, I haven't done it. Maybe in like the freezing, one of the reasons I liked masks was because in the winter, like, you don't get as congested walking around, like your nose doesn't start running. But when I'm doing my videos and talking, it makes me sound muffled through the microphone and really hard to hear. So I don't know. Justin says, "Do you think flying round trip from Toronto to Singapore for $13.50 per person is considered a steal, Johnny?" $13.50 Toronto to Singapore round trip. If it's one connection max and the layover is like no more than 2 or 3 hours, yes, that's a very good price. If it's 2 connections, I wouldn't do it. I would never do 2 connections. Or if the layover is like stupid, or if you have to change airports, I wouldn't do it. But if it's a good layover, yeah, that's a very good price. Upstate New York Bob, $5. Been a while since I'd supered you, Johnny. Cheers. Thank you, Upstate New York Bob. Have you been cheating on me with other YouTubers? I wonder. Either way, you're entitled to do that. We're in a polyamorous relationship with everyone. Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know my lingo on that. Jeanette says, "Live stream tomorrow sounds good. I'm off work tomorrow." Yeah, I might do a live stream tomorrow just to catch up on videos. Area 51 says, "Am I watching the game?" The Lions have the ball at what looks like the 46. So yes, I am watching the game. I really hope Detroit does it. I feel so bad for that fan base and so happy that they have something to cheer for, especially Matt Stafford. Well, I just said something that makes no sense because Matt Stafford is on the Rams, but I want the Lions to win. KDM says, "Hiya, Johnny. It's bloody cold here too. Stay warm." Cheers to you, Katie. You're in Windsor, right? I'm sure you're watching a football game. Josh doesn't get a runny nose very often. It goes down your throat. Ew. I don't know. I think I'd rather it come out my nose than go down my throat. But what happens if I go to the main YouTube page? Don't worry, we'll go through all the usual stuff. Lake Effect Blizzard, Hamburg, New York, Buffalo Weather Watcher. They are buried, but fortunately it's not coming down. Hopefully there'll be a good time. Hopefully there'll be good conditions for the game tomorrow. Marge says, "JS, do you ever reply to your emails and messages?" Very not so often. I try to get back to channel members and Patreon supporters, but it's a never-ending task. And sometimes when I do reply to a message, there's a reply right back and a reply, and then I find myself getting nothing done. I haven't even replied to comments in a while. It is what it is, but I mean, you can always join me in the chat. KDM says, "I'd rather watch paint dry than football. It's going to be a bit crazy here with the Lions in the playoffs." That might stop later tonight. Lisa saw that feed earlier. Oh, that's a video game thing. Toronto Winter Storm Walk. Let's see what was done. BMW Paul says, "It's still snowing up here. We got over 30 centimeters so far. Holy crap." Gordon Freeman says, "We can rejoice. The beef patties are returning to Bathurst Station." Awesome news there. Liberty True says, "We almost had a snow squall here in NYC." One of the popular New York City Walktubers messaged me today on WhatsApp asking if he can borrow some of our snow. I thought that was kind of funny. So my video from February, no, we got to change this to like this week, right? We need videos that were recent. Winter storm, snow walk in Toronto, GTA, Richmond Hill, 4 days ago. 4K Toronto, Canada, beautiful and relaxing walk in the snow, first winter storm. That title is just way too much. Think of viewing it on a phone. Toronto live, winter storm arrives. Live free. He's doing live streams now? I didn't know. He's using Prism. He's in North York. Is this just silent? Interesting. Area 51 says no edibles tonight. No. Brad Palmer, I saw you had some very cold weather stuff up. We're just checking out some other Toronto winter storm videos. Walking tour TC live today. Heavy snowfall in Toronto. Oh, that looks like a stationary cam. My walk around back at it. Toronto snow walk on Bloor Street and Koreatown. The Ken Continuum. Toronto walks in snow. Zam, I'm seeing a lot of channels I don't recognize. There's Liam, Epic Nation HD. He tagged along for part of the last stream. What was I gonna do? We're gonna check out Brad Palmer. I saw a recent video posted. Was it a live stream? Minus 14. You live streamed for an hour and a half in minus 14. There they are in the car.
Get hot chocolate.
And you've got a hot chocolate. So we're driving.
And you can see we did get a fair bit of snow. See some other bigger shacks here also.
It's almost like you live on a completely different planet, doesn't it, Brad? That looks like a scene out of Star Wars or something. That is pretty impressive. And you're out there streaming, and you've got a good enough connection to stream. Good stuff,
we're
Brad.
on the ice right now, so there's a good. I could have drove the truck on the ice and just started right here, but
You'd be comfortable driving your truck on the ice, I guess. If you're up there, you know what's up. But check out Brad Palmer's channel. I don't want to play someone else's content on mine to take away from them. Jellybean sees Dexter. Peter says, Johnny from Metro Atlanta resident, Toronto, feel free to keep the snow to yourselves. Well, it was like a New Yorker who was asking for it, not someone from down south. Vivian says, Brad, who got the tidbits. What's up, Chris Patrick? 76. So something funny happened last night. I'll just bring this up briefly, but I had gone my whole life without ever doing something. And last night, something I had never done my whole life, that if you go through your whole life never doing this, it's a good thing. But I went to Beer Bistro, a restaurant near King and Yonge. First time there in a while. It's pretty good. Then I went to a little get together, and I guess there was some drinking and some clowning around, and I was like running around a staircase at the top trying to beat someone to the top of the stairs. I don't know why. Gave them a little playful push. They gave me a little playful push. And guess who went sliding down an entire staircase? This guy. First time in my life I'd ever been out of control going down a staircase. Let me tell you, it is scary when you can't control anything and you're just going out of control. And my elbows, they have healed, but they were, oh, there it is. You can see it right here. They were just going boom, boom, boom all the way down. I did it on my other elbow too. And like everything hurt. My hip hurt. I've got like a bruise. My toes hurt. All my fingers felt like, because I was trying to like, I don't know what was going on, but I didn't tumble. It was more like a head first dive. Lisa says you're how old? You actually might be fun at parties, but it was one of those things where I hit the ground and I was just like very quiet, and a few people were just looking at me like, dude, are you okay? And then we all just started laughing once I realized nothing was broken. But yeah, you know how nuclear power plants have those signs like this many days since our last incident? Yeah, I now have a 0 days since my last falling down the stairs. But it was an entire set of stairs, and they were narrow stairs. They weren't like the full length, and they were carpeted, which made it very hard to hang on. And I ate shit. Jelly Bean says, do you jump on the bed too? Only in hotel rooms. Only in hotel rooms. But yeah, I ate shit last night. But fortunately, I'm fine. It was a little sore, actually, walking around. Matt Bro says edibles and stairs don't mix. Would you believe there were no edibles? It was. Jeanette says, try to stay injury-free before your trip. You know, that was the first thing I thought. When I hit the ground, it was like, I'm going on a trip. The last thing I need is to be like in a sling or like a finger with a splint on it or any of that stuff. Cam says that happened to me last week, but I fell in the shower. You've never fell in the shower in your life? Ooh, sorry to hear. Sorry to hear, damn Johnny. I don't think I nearly died, but it was first time for everything. You know, grown-ass old 43-year-old man tumbling down the stairs with other people watching who thought it was kind of hilarious, but it is what it is. Speaking of going away, Action Kid, Taiwan's knife massage, terrifying or tranquil? Someone who's watching who may have been at that party just messaged me. Thanks. So Action Kid is in Taipei right now. He is cranking out content. 1 day ago, 2 days ago.
The ancient art of knife.
This is the video, getting a knife massage. Neat. Chris Mill says that dude is pumping out the videos. He always does. Like, whenever I look at like the volume of videos I do, and I'm like, you've been productive. You've put out a lot. You then look at Action Kid, it's like, no, I don't. He does. He puts out a lot. Yeah, I just got a response to a Reddit message. Liberty True says, I prefer to be massaged with guns, specifically AR-15s. They're using knives, but the blades look like they're probably pretty dull. I don't know. Jeanette says, I don't think Action Kid sleeps. Estelle was just watching this video. Is this... Love and Joy walks cautiously up and down the stairs now that you're older. I march up and down the stairs with reckless abandon. Escalators, I'm even more confident. To me, it's a huge pet peeve when someone goes marching down an escalator on the left side and they're in front of me, and then they stop at the last step as if it's like some dangerous thing they're negotiating, and they take all day to like step off it. It's like, just keep going. Your shoe's not going to get stuck and your foot's going to get ripped up. That happened like once in like the 80s on like a totally different escalator design. Just go. Come on, if you haven't mastered escalator walking, what are you doing? But yeah, I guess I take some liberties on stairs and escalators. I wonder what the watch time on this video is going to be. Jellybean says massage with clothes on. Yeah, you think this would have a bigger impact if it was on your bare skin, right? What happens at the end of the video? Oh, he gets up. He survived. That was a very different and unique video. Tranquility, I've watched your knife massage video from 4 years ago, and that one seemed more like a VIP experience compared to the... He did another one? Knife massage, will I make it out alive?
Hi everyone, I'm in Taipei, Taiwan.
Camp says he looks very red. Let me move myself a little more out of the way. It looks like you could just do that with your hands, right? Wouldn't that have like a similar effect? He's doing his feet. How many views did this video get? 37,000 views. People are complaining about slow chat. Let me see what I can do about that. Let me see. Is there anything I can do about that in my customization? Subscribers. Let me change that.
Many of you are familiar with Dragon Ball Z. I feel like
Slow mode, 14 seconds. I mean, okay, I'll change that to 10 seconds, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if that's better. I just changed slow mode to 10 seconds. Lisa says you need to type more good.
yeah.
Why say better when you can say more good? Daisy says, I think the heaviness of the knives helps with the massage. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't take into account. I wonder, like, hey, there's someone live on Pattaya Beach. That looks like the bay view. That looks like a view from, like, the Hilton, maybe? Is that all this video is? This is literally all the video is. Liberty Tree says, by the look of it, Taiwan is such a cool country. You know what's funny? Back a long time ago, I was talking to Action Kid because he was all excited to go to Taiwan. And we looked up Taiwan walking videos when we were chatting one night. And we were both shocked to find out at the time I had the most viewed Taiwan walking video. It was this one. Walking around Taiwan, around Taipei, Taiwan's capital city. So I recorded this one 4 years ago. This was one of the earlier videos ever on this channel. Ooh, look at that. I put some graphics effort into it. On this walk. Ooh, I'm showing a little preview. Look at how much effort Johnny used to put. Those are very short preview scenes, Johnny. There's G-Men or Seamen. Hey, what's up, everyone? This walk takes us around Taipei, which is the capital city of Taiwan. I start off in front of my hotel in the Zhangzhen district. Sorry about the pronunciation on that one. I walk down over to Peace Park, past the East Gate, and into Liberty Square. From there, I head over to the President Hall and up past the Jimin area to the North Gate and loop back down to my hotel. As always, there's timestamps in the description if you'd like to skip ahead in the video. I only got to spend a few days in Taipei, but it's a fantastic city and it was great to be back as the last time I was there was over 10 years ago. I do have a few more videos from Taipei which I'll upload later on, as well as some from Kaohsiung, which is the second largest city in Taiwan, located in the south end of the country. Thanks for watching and enjoy the walk. Thanks for watching and enjoy the walk. Yeah, I used to... No, do I edit from a laptop? No. I hate doing anything. Laptops are evil. They're awful to work on. I absolutely hate it. But when I travel, I do edit on a laptop. Hey, this is buffering. That should not be buffering. Why are you buffering? We've got fiber internet. There we go. Yeah, they did just have elections in Taiwan, much to the chagrin of Winnie the Pooh, the leader on the other side of the strait. Not very happy with those results. On No, I edit. I've got a multi-screen desktop that I'm using that I edit on. I just need multiple screens. Screen real estate is pretty much a necessity for me. And yeah, but no, I force myself to edit on the go. Don't like it. I don't understand how anyone can be productive on a laptop, but I do have a pretty beefy one that I can work on. And someone asked me if I wear leg warmers. I wear like what people call long underwear or long johns. Liberty Tree says laptops suck, especially ones from this decade. There's a really cool laptop called the Framework laptop that's like modular and everything's replaceable. I don't think it has a touchscreen, which is a bit off put off. Tito says laptops are too slow for editing. You mean the new MacBook Pros are like 4K? Honestly, you can edit fine on like a MacBook Air with an M1. Don't get the 8 gig of RAM model. Apple is just absolutely ripping people off. There's so many videos about how Apple is basically the biggest ripoff in the history. Once you go above what they do, their base product has 8 gigs of RAM and like 256 gigs of hard drive space, which is like pathetic in 2023. But then they charge like 8 times the markup to upgrade it, which makes your computer like go out of the stratosphere price wise. There's so many videos just calling Apple out for their bullshit. This guy here, Luke, don't take my word for it. Watch this video by a guy named Luke Miami, but
among the best laptops the world has ever seen. But there is one thing that holds these back from being unquestionably the best. And it's something that I've talked about in all of my reviews of these things over the past 3 years, and it still hasn't changed. I'm talking, of course, about the outrageous price that Apple charges for RAM and especially storage. This has been an underlying thread in almost every MacBook review that I've done since Apple Silicon was introduced, and even well before that. And the unfortunate truth is these prices are so outrageous that you can take a perfectly simple base model M2 MacBook Air and spec it out to over $2,000 just by adding more
yeah, his whole point is like, if you want like a decent hard drive, you've got to like spend $200 when you can get a way better hard drive on Amazon for a fraction of that price, right? It's basically extortion what Apple is doing with their laptop price stack. So no, I will not be joining the evil empire and doing that. I wish 8 gigs was enough these days to edit on, but no. No, we're staying in the Windows universe. Zach McNally says Leafs 0-0. Didn't the Leafs win? Before Jumbo TV says those Apple tactics might have worked 10 years ago, but now MS laptops have caught up in terms of quality. The one area where Windows is woefully inadequate next to Apple as a Windows user or even a Linux user is efficiency. As soon as you unplug a Windows laptop from the wall, its performance takes a massive hit to preserve battery life. x86 processors, whether AMD or Intel, just do not run at full steam ahead off of a battery and last very long. So whereas Apple, because they're using ARM, they do. So that is a massive advantage that Apple has, just in efficiency. They have way better battery life. And on battery, they're more powerful. But a Windows laptop plugged in is a superior machine for what I use it for. But that's going to be rectified soon. Qualcomm's got a new ARM chip coming out that's supposed to be better than Apple's M chips, or at least on par. And they've got DaVinci Resolve on board. So I'm looking forward to seeing Windows on ARM once these new chips come out. We'll see. We'll see. Chris Patrick says, will you ever consider doing a walking video with your brother? What does he think of your YouTube channel? Probably not. He is he's just an office dweller. He works in Fort Erie. I don't know what he thinks of my work, to be honest with you, but maybe he'll make an appearance on the channel. Tito says, what monitor do you recommend for editing color accuracy? You know what? If you're doing professional stuff, color accuracy is super duper important. But for most people, I don't color grade. I seldom color grade, I should say. But I think Asus has pro art monitors that are like not quite pro grade, but they're very color accurate and they're reasonably priced. So this is actually what I was looking at getting. You're not doing HDR on these, but they do claim to have 100% sRGB color accuracy. And I work in Rec 709 and they claim to have 100% Rec 709 accuracy, but that's a whole wormhole most YouTubers aren't qualified to talk about. But most people are just watching them on their phones on their super oversaturated OLED screens or on their TVs, which are set to like vivid mode. So ultimately, there's very few people watching on color accurate setups anyways. Zach says, I have a gamer laptop and I also have an all-in-one Acer desktop. There you go. But yeah, if you want like a reference monitor, do they have them on here? Reference video monitor. I'm sure Jennifer Gala could answer this. These are, yeah, they don't even sell them on Amazon. They are stupidly expensive. You're talking like tens of thousands of dollars for a proper video editing monitor. I don't do that. I just take my normal monitors and make them as color accurate as possible. But anyways, it's kind of a nerdy wormhole to go down. Let's just jump to Reddit. Let's see, or BlogTO. Let's jump to BlogTO. Let's see what's going on in the city. We'll refresh this. This hidden new subterranean cafe is also a film lab. Where's that? Stepping into Graination off the bustle of Spadina Avenue, you first enter the coffee shop portion of the space. Oh, they've got an old school. That's cool. Where is it? 204 Spadina Avenue in the lower level. So it's south on Spadina. Jennifer says we had at the studio a Sony reference monitor that costs $30K. The best, yeah. Tens of thousands of dollars, like I said. And if you're doing like professional grade stuff, if you have like professional clients, or if it's going to end up in a movie theater, that is exactly what you need. If you're just a YouTuber, like, you can go for the cinematic look if you want, but no one's watching because of that. Let's be real. High-profile Starbucks location shutting down and will be replaced by a Japanese cafe. This is news. This is news. The standalone Starbucks kiosk on the first level of the Eaton Center has been serving much-needed caffeine to tired shoppers for years, but it's closing. That place is always packed. That place is always packed. This is what it's like to live in a massive sky bridge between two towers in Toronto. That looks neat. Liberty Tree says, I don't get how people can buy a computer the price of a car. I think it's very simple. If your work needs dictate, you need that, then you do it. There's a lot of like Apple fanboys that just buy super expensive Apple computers because they're basically in a cult, but most people that buy stuff that expensive is because they need it. The aptly named Grand Bridge Suite of 21 Iceboat Terrace in Concord Place quickly became the talk of the town when it was completed in 2021, but it's making the rounds once again. Now it's back on the market. How much is it? Look at that. Nice bathtub overlooking the lake in Billy Bishop. That would be amazing. What? With maintenance fees of $21.64 per month. You're paying $2,164 a month in money that is just vanishing into thin air. An annual property tax of $12,229. So you're paying more in maintenance fees. That's like another $1,000 a month. You're paying, let's round that up, $3,300 a month in costs that don't help your equity, all this can be yours for a cool, and on top of that, you actually have to pay the mortgage for a cool and your utilities, 3.9 million, which is actually down from the price it was originally listed in 2021 at 4.5 million. I would absolutely love to set up my stream with like this view as the backdrop. Jellybean watched a weird Instagram reel of that property. Is there such thing as like a non-weird Instagram rule? Or why can't I pronounce words tonight? Reel? Speaking of which, I posted a TikTok video that is up to 33,000. Well, I think that's the wrong one. 33,000 views. I posted the same one on YouTube and it's barely at 2,000 views. Anyways, $3.9 million. Sadly, that'll never be happening to me. Williams Sonoma is closing its Toronto location. Okay. This one I heard about. Winners is opening a massive new store in the Eaton Center. I hoped it was going to be where Nordstrom was and part of the Nordstrom space. It makes sense, even though they have a Winners across the street. But no, Winners is opening up where Old Navy used to be, which is a kind of a nothing burger. I thought it would be more exciting than that. I thought they would be like a good to take on like one of the anchor spaces. Hell, a Winners Home Sense would be awesome in part of the old spot. This new bar is providing something Toronto just needed. The largest tubing hill in Ontario is just north of Toronto. Where's that? Horseshoe Valley. Ooh, you can go tubing in Horseshoe Valley. Awesome. Tito says your rent going to go up when Olivia Chow raises property taxes. Rent has nothing to do with property taxes. If you're renting, you're not paying your landlord's mortgage. You're simply paying your rent, and property taxes is a cost of living, cost of doing business. Also, property taxes have been artificially kept low for a very long time in the city, so they have to go up. So too bad, so sad. I feel if you're a property owner, you've basically been getting away with murder with low property taxes all this time. So that's my reaction to that. There's a lot of people up in arms over raised property taxes. It's like, do you know how many tens of thousands of dollars you've saved over the years because that last idiot we had didn't raise them, or the people before him? So it is like, you can have your opinions on Olivia Chow, but blaming her is just stupid. Like, she has no choice. She inherited a financial disaster. I love it when people blame her for stuff that like was initiated under Tory as well, or like they blame her for their homeless. Like, welcome to Olivia Chow's Toronto. It's like, how stupid can you be? Did you not see what happened to this city under a conservative province and a conservative mayor? Like, it's not her fault. She's actually done a pretty damn good job so far. I'm not like a fan or a supporter, but, well, maybe a supporter, but I like, if you're blaming stuff on Olivia Chow, you're not very smart at this stage. Like, give her some time, let her screw things up. But she hasn't even had time to do that yet. And she's made some pretty shrewd jobs, actually. Or deals. Jumbo TV says if Tory had done his job, we wouldn't be in this mess. Yeah, or anywhere nearly as bad. But he pandered to like the suburban tax base and the homeowner base and the conservative base, and frankly didn't give two F's about most people here. Mike T says a landlord isn't paying their taxes out of their own pockets. It comes from the rent. Yeah, but they're two totally separate things. When you rent, you're paying for the space. You're not paying someone's mortgage. Like, that has nothing to do with you, the renter. That's a cost of business for the landlord. The landlord has to accept that, right? If property taxes go up, they can't just raise your rent as a reaction to that. They're stuck to the provincial rent increase guidelines. It's like, sorry, but that's like a risk you took when you got into that business. If you're not willing to take that risk, get into another business. Like, I feel zero empathy for any landlords feeling that burn. Like, you signed up for that when you took that job. Anyways, we'll move on. Lisa says other city taxes have been higher for a long time, from Mississauga, Brampton, for example. Yeah, like, Toronto is so woefully undertaxed that it's frankly about time. I don't know. It's a cash-strapped city that inherited a disaster because the last mayor was frankly kind of an idiot. Let's move on from this. No one cares about my political opinions. 3 arrested at the Avenue Road Bridge following a ban on demonstrations. Hey, they actually made good. All right. That's probably a topic we shouldn't touch with the 10-foot pole. Jennifer Gallis says, can't agree more with Johnny. The max they can raise is 2.5% yearly, at least here in Quebec. Same here, but landlords, there's tricks around that. They can do like property upgrades, like lipstick on a pig, and apply for an above board increase. I don't know. Billy T says Toronto is crippling expensive. Yeah, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answers, but I do know that it's way too early to point the finger at Olivia Chow. It's way too early to do that. And I do know she has done more in like a few months for the good of the city than John Tory did in like how many years? So it is what it is. View West in 2005. Look at that. Wow, look here. Ripley's Aquarium, not there at all. There is Simcoe Place, the Ritz-Carlton in RBC, not there. There is so much City Place. Only the first few City Place condos making an appearance. All is City Place. Where's Water Club? Look at all the towers. Actually, I don't know if you'd be able to see Water Club. And perhaps the biggest difference here is way off in the distance. There's like a massive skyline here that isn't even present in 2005 in Mimico. Cam feels like Ripley's is overrated. Wow. That is a monster. Oops. Did I just get out of it? That is so different. Barbara says, ever thought of running for the local council, Johnny? No, I am far from qualified for doing that. But, yeah. Depending on the month, in 2005, it might have still been called the Sky Dome. It still is called the Sky Dome. It still is called the Sky Dome. Saw some gang activity on King Street last night. Look at that. Toronto's raccoons. We're famous for raccoons, but I don't see them too much, actually. I don't see them too much. Whippy Dude says, back when Mimico Lakeshore was a strip of motels, I think in 2005, most of them had closed down. I remember one that had like the seahorse logo. I think it was called the Seahorse. What else do we have? GTA to experience a cold snap following the winter storm. Cadillac Fairview Eaton Center seeing big changes with various retailers opening and closing. Yeah, Old Navy is closing. I'm going to have to read this article. Williams Sonoma, no big deal. That Starbucks is... They're basically just summarizing a lot of the other articles that we've read. Got questions about Toronto's proposed property tax hike? Nope. Russian plane at Toronto Airport still grounded months after seizure process began. Oh well. Oh well. What is going on in Ask TO? I saw something show up here that I was notified. Where is it? Your favorite Toronto YouTubers came up. This person put Johnny Strides walks around Toronto and gives you some history / information occasionally when I feel like looking stuff up or have previously researched it about the area he is in. Never thought I would like to watch someone just walking around, but yeah. Second Strides, he seems like a decent dude and gripes about the same things a lot of us do when out and about. Oh, do I ever gripe? All right, Jake, have a good night. Yeah, I already know about him and follow him too. Haven't kept up with his channel in the last couple of years. I replied, you're not missing out on much. And then username checks out. I've not been paying attention to the football game. Epic Nation HD says hi. Hello, Epic Nation HD. Action BJ says you used to walk up and read the plaques. You always like that. Yeah, one of the reasons I don't do that so much, Action BJ, is I've already done that to a lot of the plaques. So when I'm on, like, if I see one I haven't done before, I'll still do it. But like when you're doing a street for the 4th or 5th time, ooh, the Rams 10, Lions 14. Hell of a game I'm missing. It gets a little repetitive. At least I feel a little bit like a broken record doing that over and over again. Noni says, sorry, did Johnny mention where he is traveling this year? No. Channel members know. Patreon supporters know. You'll find out this week, later on this week. It is Sunday, first day of the week, right? We're not one of those weirdos who thinks it's the last day of the week. So we'll find out later. But yeah, no, I don't check out all the plaques so much anymore because I've already done that. Maybe I'll start doing that again. I don't know. Alina McLeod is a good one. Yeah, but she's not really Toronto based, right? She actually came back to Toronto and made a video like complaining about it. Jellybean says I'm super sketch about my travel plans. I am, but I'll be on a plane in a few days. Whippy dude, there's a short trip and then there's a long trip. And then there's possibly another trip coming up in March. Did you know that the next 60 days or so are the cheapest time of year to buy flight tickets? So if you're looking to book something, do it now. If you're not sure, get some refundable tickets. Love and Joy says, good to hear you're going away. January has so little daylight. It's best to go somewhere warm. Yeah, I'm definitely going to somewhere warm. That's for damn sure. Why is this web browser just taking up so little room? And you know what? It is that magic time when I have to hit the little boys' room. Brad Palmer, if you don't mind, let's just play one of your videos while I go. Is that okay, Brad Palmer? I hope you say yes. If you do mind, then you can copyright strike me. But here's Winter Driving by Brad Palmer, just while I go to the little boys' room. Check out his channel, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I'll only be a minute. All right, I'll be back.
Alrighty, everyone. Today is Sunday, January the 14th of January.
Press the Uconnect on button to restore the factory.
Yeah, so we're just driving here on Highway 17. We're heading west, just outside of Mattawa. And we got about another inch of snow overnight, so makes it a little bit tricky for driving there. Doing the speed limit. And the traffic is a little bit busy for this time of day. It is about 10 to 12 a.m. Yeah, it's really a nice scenic drive in here. I really like the scenery with all the snow on the trees. It's just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, well, the traffic is picking up pretty good here. Yeah, so it's minus 15 degrees Celsius also. A little bit too cold for me to go ice fishing today, so just thought maybe just take a drive out to Callander and have a look at the ice shacks, and because it'd be pretty cold fishing without an ice shack with a stove in it. Even in a pop-up ice shack, it's still pretty cold unless you have a really good heater. So,
Thank you, Brad Palmer, for lending your video while I totally went to the little boy's room. And we're at 260 some odd viewers. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And you know what? Pardon what I'm about to do, but I'm going to do a little work on the stream while we hang out. I did a few videos today, and I did some. I've been trying to catch up for going away. So I'm just going to casually edit a video that I recorded today while we chat. It's only going to take 10 minutes or so, I think. It depends, but yeah, let me just, maybe we'll slide this over here a little bit more. Cam says, are we boring you? Tito says, show us how you edit. This is how I edit. We're in a, this is my standard template. Anyways, I did a few videos. One of them I did was through the Junction. I'll just throw all my files in here. There's all my working files. These are my audio tracks. So we're going to convert those to stereo so they don't play through one channel. Jeanette says, love the techie stuff. Love and Joy says, love the snow fallen trees. Oh, I have to do my map too. In all my videos, I have that animated map, right? Let's just build that now. Gertej says, was it in HDR? No, it was not in HDR. But my maps, I go for about 12 seconds. So we'll make that 12 seconds. There we go. Do a 1 second fade in and out. Wow, nice, beautiful. Lisa, yeah, that was a beautiful drive Brad did. Mike T says, I find this interesting. Watching me work would be boring. Camp says, who taught you how to edit initially? Nobody needs to teach you how to edit a walking video. Self-taught. It's really no big deal. Well, it really could not be easier. But I'm making my animated map right now. So if you've ever wondered how long these take to do, the answer is not long. Is it stereo or is it just two channels? For some reason, DaVinci Resolve, no, audio, it's mono because I use just a single lav mic. But for some reason, DaVinci Resolve defaults mono out of just one channel, which is really annoying. Pretty much every other editing software will default it to play out of two channels, just the same track. So I have to like manually tell it. And there's no shortcut key that I can, like a macro that I can program just to automatically do that. That looks funky. Come on. Can't draw myself going around a bend. So this is a walk I did through the Junction in today's cold ass weather. And I finished up at Dundas West Station. So we're just building the map for it. Love and Joy says, I'm not a techie. I'm a modern thinking lady, however. Sally Smith, what you doing up in Kiel at this time of night? I was there earlier today. This feels like it's too long. This should be 12 seconds, right? Anyways, that seems about right. 576 or so. We're going to set our start point to be there. Transform. This is not like a tutorial. I'm just trying to be efficient with my time and get this done. It also gives me something to do. Julie says it's a big deal. Took me half a day to figure out how to edit a bit of an audio only recorded Zoom call you had to make traded for work. Can I use a fitness tracker to automatically draw the maps for me? No, there might be like, you could, I guess. There might be some copyright issues, but I like my maps to kind of look like this, where it fades on to the screen and then the route goes. That's all. Bonus points for anyone that said that's what she said quietly to themselves. Oh, I guess we should name this, eh? Junction. Let's call it Freezing Ass Junction Walk. There we go. So my microphone that I use with the camera is pretty good, but I prefer the sound of the DJI Mic 1s actually. So I'm going to use my external mics here. We're just going to sync those up to the video. Your early maps looked more hand-drawn. Yeah, they were. I used this pretty ghetto program called Power Director. It's like a consumer device. Yeah, I switched to Premiere and I started doing them in After Effects. Now I just do them in DaVinci, which I think is the best software, but let's just make sure we're in sync here. Right, on that note, all right, so it's all synced up. Just a little check. At the end of my videos, I have my credit screen, right? Where, ooh, the start of this one. Yeah, let's show the whole. Okay, so we start on the bus here. So we'll fade that in. We'll do our end here. Yoink. We've got the yoink. We'll fade that. We'll let the audio play over the map for a little bit. It's a little too much. There we go. Yoink. Harjot says the Raptors are playing tomorrow. Awesome. Tito says the audio files are separate from the video. No, I use the DJI Mic 2 and the DJI Mic 1. I have two audio tracks going. That way, in case there's like a zipper or like a rub on my jacket on one of the mics, I can use the other mic and hopefully get better audio. Sometimes things go wrong too. So to me, it's really no big deal to use two audio sources, but it is Sunday, January 14th. The time is, what time is it? I didn't think about that. It is 2:02 p.m. and the temperature is -6 degrees Celsius. So it is -6 degrees Celsius. Hey Siri, what is -6 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
-6 degrees Celsius is 21.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
-6 is 21 Fahrenheit. Although with the real feel, or I guess wind chill, they would call it, it is -15 degrees. So what is -15? Hey Siri, what is -15 degrees in Celsius?
-15 degrees Fahrenheit is -26.1 degrees Celsius.
There we go. So we'll show it, or I guess wind chill, they would call it. It is -15 degrees. So yes, this is quite a cold one today. Now, where do I talk about the route? Through the heart of the Junction neighborhood, Pacific, along Dundas Street here. Celestial Church of Christ. Where I'm finishing this one up. This is that. Riguito 1119. Thank you so much. Yeah, Jellybean, it's DaVinci Resolve. The bus I was just on. I'm just waiting for where I mention the route I take so I can start the map. This one I'll be walking. There we go. East, right. You'll notice my audio is way too low. I want the volume to be around -10. I guess southeast, to be more specific, along Dundas Street here. Through the heart of the Junction neighborhood. And I'll be finishing up at Dundas West Station. But we'll fix the audio in a minute. I like to find a nice quiet spot where we'll drop that little subscribe button. You think Siri said the wind chill conversion backwards? I think she got it right.
To do that, you need to first be added as a member in the home settings of your home app.
Hey Siri, why are you so stupid? City of Toronto earned its nickname Hogtown. Yeah, she's not answering that. Gilmore Avenue. But man, Siri is dumb. Whoops. And there is Malta Bake Shop. Fern says I asked it backwards. Didn't I ask it correctly? In this part of the Junction. Also goes by the name Little Malta. In fact, I think we'll be going as long as I don't move the camera here, we're good. Okay, we're good there. And one more little... I always drop one of these subscribe buttons right at the end of the video, right? So we'll drop that one there as we're walking through the subway. Alexa's pretty sharp. In the description. Oh no, I talked. There's links to Patreon. Mead Rose. Shut up, Johnny. I just need to be quiet. There we go. Julie says I did ask it backwards. Did I? But I think I got the answer correctly, didn't I? Oh. Hey Siri, what is minus 15 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
Negative 15 degrees Celsius is 5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Thank you. Dial Up Dan. Thank you, Dial Up Dan. Did I do the other one correctly? Did I do this one correctly? The first one. Yeah, minus 6 is 21. I did it back. Thank you, guys. See how easy it is for me to make these little mistakes? So what I want is... Oh, there's a loud noise here. What is this? That will pierce your ears when that goes through your speaker. Notice this goes up into the red. That's called clipping when it goes into the 0 decibels. So what I do is I have a limiter effect that will prevent it from clipping. I'll put that there, and we're going to put a cap on it at a ceiling so it doesn't get any louder than minus 3 decibels, and that'll put a hard cap on how loud that gets. But my audio itself is too quiet. We're going to pump that up 10. And now when I talk... And West Toronto Rail Path. See, I'm hitting minus 10 now. That's what I want. But it's a little too loud at the intro, I think. All right. It is Sunday, January 14th. The time is... No, that's fine. So what I can do... At some points, my dialogue gets louder and quieter, so I can use dialogue leveler. I'll click off background reduction because I don't want noise reduction when you do audio. And lift soft dialogue is checked. So if I ever talk really quietly, it'll lift that up. And if I ever talk too loud, reduce loud dialogue is checked. So that'll lower it. So I just need to do that to both of my audio tracks. And we are done. That is literally it. I just edited the whole video. So all I have to do is produce it. So I'll just use, I do H264 location. I'll throw this into the junction walk. Freezing. Why can't I type cold junction? So we've fixed our audio. We've got all the levels right. I do H264. I'm going to encode this with NVIDIA. Action VJ says, if I ever considered being a YouTuber, this is convincing me not to. This is like not even real editing per se compared to what other YouTubers do. 80,000 bit rate. I'm not using the DJI Mic 2, Tito. I don't like how it sounds. It's a bit too it just sounds clearer on. I think it might have something to do with the wind muff on the mic too, but it sounds muffled. It does sound louder naturally, but you still have to do your work in post to level out your dialogue. Variable bitrate, I tune high quality. Honestly, I can't tell the difference between using the CPU to render and using the NVIDIA encoder, and it's so much faster with NVIDIA. So add to render queue, and when I hit render, it will make the video happen. Can I live stream and use the renderer at the same time? So we are actually rendering the video on the live stream, and it'll be done in about 45 minutes, I think. Chatty says that's what I was going to say, not really editing, more like cutting. Yeah, it's pretty basic. And when you have something, sometimes like when I do my videos, like when I did Toronto to Seoul, that video had like over 100 cuts in it. And it was like an enormous editing task, especially since I did it on my laptop. So there are times where I do have to like do actual editing, but one of the benefits of this genre is this is all there is to it. If I did an HDR video, there's a lot more to it. Well, not a whole lot more to it, but yeah, this is it. Billy T says rendering is a resource pig. You know what? Performance. For the nerds out there, we're live streaming right now in 1080p. My CPU is only at 27%. That's a Ryzen 5700. I have 32 gigs of RAM. We're only using 16 gigs, and I have Resolve open, rendering out a 4K 60 file. So I'm only using half of my RAM. The hard drive I'm outputting to is only at like 4% usage. But my GPU is at 100% usage. The GPU video encode is at 100%. Video decode, 20%. I have 12 gigs of VRAM, and it's almost at the max. One thing about DaVinci Resolve is it chomps away at the VRAM. That's why I got a 12 gig card. If it dips into the shared memory, it might actually crash, and you might lose your render. That's one of the... They fixed that on ARM, though. I think if you use like Mac or the upcoming Resolve for Windows ARM, it won't have that issue. But yeah. Anyways, we'll let this video render out. Linda says, "Dear Johnny Strides, listen to Vivian." What did Vivian say? What am I missing here? Random access memory equals RAM, says Jellybean. Are Intel machines not better for editing due to the iGPU on the CPU? Well, AMD machines, this one is a 5700G. This one has a pretty good onboard graphics card as well, but no, generally speaking, onboard video is inferior to a dedicated GPU. That's why my laptop has it's got a kind of wimpy graphics card. It's a 3050, but it's still a graphics card. High Fiver says that took you only 15 minutes. Yeah, and then you have to do the thumbnail. That's another 15 minutes to 2 hours. Sometimes that takes really long. Megan says, Action BJ, I do more editing. Why did you retract your message, Megan? Why did you retract your message? Marge says, scroll up and read Viv's message. Vivian Johnson, I'm reading your message. You said, Clark Kent, hello. Vivian Johnson says, Johnny, why does it say in the description for tonight live on Sunday, January 2023? It doesn't say that, Vivian. I call you a liar. It does not say that. I'm totally not fixing that right now. Yeah, I make a lot of like bird-brained mistakes like that in my videos and my live streams. Oopsie doopsie. You know what? That means my last video might say 2023. Sunday Night Live, the first stumble stream of 2024. Yay. Then I put in the description live on Sunday, January 7th, 2023. Let me fix that. Did Megan ever redo her message here? I do more editing than Johnny and Ken. I just use iMovie. You don't need fancy editing software to do YouTube. You don't, but things like the audio leveling and stuff you can really only do in like Premiere, Final Cut, and Resolve. There's going to be a time when you want to do something and you look it up and you basically have to use one of the big 3 programs. But most YouTube stuff, you're fine on like a more basic editor. That's true. I don't think iMovie you can even like sync audio, right? Like I don't think you can sync external audio. I don't know. Billy T says Windows 11 is a steaming piece of shit. My laptops are both on Windows 11. I don't even like restart them. I just leave them in sleep mode. I think the uptime is ridiculous. And I'm completely opposite. I think Windows 11 is awesome. I just leave my desktop on 10 because we're on 10. Anywho, Megan, I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your latest video? Maybe not asexuality and kink. Why do so many aces love it? A brief history of men wearing skirts. There's an interesting one. How do thrift flip part 2? That one looks cool. I'm just going to play this while I go get a new drink.
And shout out to Big Daddy Algorithm for pimping.
Thank you, Megan. You can copyright strike me if you like, but check out Megan's channel, the better half of the Ken Continuum. I'm just going to go get a drink. I'll be back.
Okay, coming at you today with part 2 of my epic Christmas gown thrift flip adventure. For those of you who haven't seen part 1, I'm going to link to it below. Also, there'll probably be a card like somewhere up here on the screen. Part 1 was just me like figuring out what I want to do and then doing the bodice. And then in part 2, I'm going to do the bustle and attach the skirt to the bodice. Put some padding in the boob cups, put the organza and the finishing touches on the dress, and then at the end of this video you will see the grand reveal. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you've probably seen like update pics, so you probably already have an idea of what it looks like. So I mean, I don't blame you if you want to skip this video because it's not that interesting, but if you're learning how to sew or you're curious about thrift flipping or upcycling garments, stay tuned because just like in my first video, I'm going to be...
Thank you, Megan. It's actually not copyright if it's under fair use, right? But I'm assuming Megan's okay with it. Check out her channel, Megan Sandor. Give her a like and subscribe. I'm back with a drink while we wait for my edit to finish. 38 minutes of rendering time. But we've got a very rare beverage, Pepsi Zero Sugar Cherry, rocking the new Pepsi logo, the new classic Pepsi logo. I'm so glad they went back to this. It is so much better than that other logo that didn't even have Pepsi written into it. Can't you use any lav mic with the DJI Mic 2? The DJI Mic 2 is a lav mic. I don't even understand your question. But I use, when I record, both of these mics look similar. I clip the DJI Mic 2 on. I found that the windscreen sometimes kind of muffles my voice. I don't know why, but I clip this on and then I clip a Mic 1 on me as well, and that way I have 2 mics. So I've lost too many videos due to audio not working out. So now I've got 2. But yeah, this one I'm using the external audio from my brand new second DJI mic. Anyways, let's get this cherry Pepsi open. Cam likes the classic logo, but not the color. Yeah, they went with a darker blue, but I think it's pretty good. Everybody Tree said, I heard that's an unpopular opinion, Johnny. Not that you, are you talking about the new old Pepsi logo? Ooh. I'm a sucker. Anything with cherry in it, I am a sucker for it. Very, very awesome stuff. Jane Jarin says, I just started following Megan. Very talented gal. Yeah. You don't want to see. I couldn't even I did in grade 6 and grade 7. We did home economics. I couldn't even thread a sewing machine. My fingers would just start shaking. And it was so I don't have the fine motor skills to even get started in doing that. Jellybean says, where did I get that? Where did I get my Cherry Pepsi. Claudia says, do you like Black Forest cake? I do. I love Black Forest cake, but nothing is better. What I do whenever I'm at like a Subway or a place where they have that machine where you can choose your flavors is I always do like a Coke Zero, like 3/4 and then 1/4 cherry Coke with the sugar. Or I've never seen actually Cherry Pepsi. Where did I get this? Cherry Pepsi Zero. I got it from Jeff Bezos, actually. Pepsi Zero Cherry, 12 ounces, 12 cans, $29. No, that's not right. Let me hide this. Let me pull up my main browser here. Let me see. Cherry Pepsi. Boo. Boo. This item is out of stock, but I got it for like $6.99 when it went in stock. I ordered two 12 packs, so I've got another 12 pack. Jeanette says I'm drinking a San Pellegrino. Awesome. Cherry flavored San Pellegrino. Why do you like no sugar Pepsi over Diet Pepsi? What's the difference? Dial Up Dan, they're both similar. I drink either one. I don't really care. I try not to drink too much pop, but it's nice once in a while. But this Cherry Pepsi is the good shit. I really like it. I also have you can get Pepsi Diet Wild Cherry, $23. Pepsi Wild Cherry, 12-ounce cans. And you get the old logo for $58. This is good. Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is good too. I have a bunch of that. Coca-Cola Zero Cherry Calorie Free, $25. Yeah, so whenever they're like low on stock, they just make the price like ridiculous. But when it comes back in stock, the prices will go down. Because ain't nobody buying a 12-pack of Pepsi for $13.99 with a $13.94 delivery fee. Oh my God. Dr. Pepper Cherry. That. Okay, we got to stop looking at pop. Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream Soda. That is $47.99. They do Pepsi and SodaStream, you think, Cam? Yeah, Pepsi bought SodaStream. Coke partnered with Keurig for the stupidest machine. Well, next to the Juicero, the Keurig Cold was like the dumbest machine ever in the history of time. And to counter that, Pepsi just bought SodaStream, which was like a way better investment. I think Pepsi's actually the bigger company than Coke. Coke's the bigger brand, of course. But anyways, that looks amazing. But $47.99, that is ridiculous. I'm curious, can you get Sierra Mist in Canada? No, you can't even get Sierra Mist in Canada, but I bet you can get it in the US. No? What happened to Sierra Mist? Am I spelling it wrong? In January 2023, Pepsi announced the discontinuation of the brand Sierra Mist. It has been replaced by Starry. What happened was Pepsi used to distribute 7-Up, but 7-Up merged with Dr. Pepper to create the Dr. Pepper and 7-Up company. So Pepsi created Sierra Mist to replace 7-Up. Kind of like how the root beer, it used to be Hires and A&W root beer. And then I think Coke did Barks and Pepsi had Mugs and they replaced the root beers. I don't know. But Starry Lemon Lime Soda 12-pack. I didn't even know that was a thing. That is weird. Pinesel says chubby drinks are slowly coming back now. Cam, no, 7-Up exists. It's just under a different company. Which is a shame because 7-Up to me is like the OG of these drinks, more so than Sprite. I've always liked it more. Yeah, see, it exists. 7-Up variety pack, powder drink. I find as I get older, I can't deal with sugar, says Jane. I just choose artificial sweetener. It may or may not be the lesser of two evils, but I don't drink enough. Claudia says, I hurt my elbow. I talked about this earlier in the stream, Claudia. I did something I'd never done as an adult or a child. I fell down a whole flight of stairs last night and banged my elbows up on the way down and ended up curled up in like a ball in pain at the end of it. Anyways, Johnny, can you name your top 3 favorite Blue Jays players currently on the team? Ohtani, and Ohtani. I don't. Top 3 favorites. I like Kikuchi. I'll put him on there. I want to say Vladdy, but I don't really like him. Bichette, but I don't think he's going to age well. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. Danny Jansen. There's the third one. We'll go Kikuchi, Bichette, Danny Jansen. There's an interesting trio. Just reading some of your messages. You hope I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm still going on vacation. Should we do... We've got 29 minutes. Maybe we'll end the stream when the video is done. Mark D says, I thought you were ordering a pizza. No, I was going to order a pizza. Did I not finish that story? But going into the stream, I opted to have a giant bowl of Lucky Charms, which I had for some reason instead. So my dinner tonight was Lucky Charms. Worldwide. We are going random. Who can tell me where this is? We'll just play some GeoGuessr. This... Okay. We are going to Thailand. Are we in Bangkok? This doesn't look like Bangkok. This does not look like Bangkok. Let's guess Chiang Mai. Let's go... I don't recognize it. Chiang Mai should be up here somewhere. But we're going to guess Chiang Mai. 244 miles out, we are in... Oh, we were in Laos. Holy shit. I was off. Sally Smith, $5 tip jar. Thank you, Sally Smith, for the $5. Cheers to you. But I saw the Thai writing and thought we were in Thailand, but we were just over the border in 244 miles. Close enough. I'll take it. Liberty Tree saw a Georgian flag. This looks like the Middle East, right? I don't know. Where are we? Pine Soul says Thailand. I guessed. Jelly Bean says I eat like she did in high school. Bank. If I press F11, will it go full screen? There we go. Wesley says Israel. Syndicate says Israel. We've got... Now is the part... But with Jerusalem?
Tip jar.
Definitely Israel. "29 miles out. That is Tel Aviv. I'm so close. 25 miles is not that far. Cam says, what game are we playing? Oh, my AirPods are on. Where is this? Cam, we are trying to guess where we are. Jane asking if Sapand is here. Where are we? It was really funny when we started playing this game a long time ago, and some of my videos were in it. I was like, I don't remember giving permission. Where are we? Pine Soul says the Netherlands. Well, those curved handles on those bicycles, you might be right. You might be right, but this wouldn't be Amsterdam, would it? Oh, look at that. When you go F11, it super zooms you in. So we don't want to go F11. Did I see a chain guard on those bikes? Yeah, those are... Oh. Yeah, this is 100% the Netherlands. I'd bet my life on it. Dutch-style bikes. This could be like Rotterdam, but let's just go Amsterdam. 33 miles out. This is The Hague. Ooh. Close, close. That was The Hague. On to the next one. Alright, this should be easy. That wouldn't be Notre Dame in Paris, because Notre Dame is Rome? Is this Rome? Is this what Rome looks like? I don't know. Aperol Spritz. I know someone who could go for some of that. Wesley says Mexico. IT, we're in Italy. What city in Italy is this? It's obvious that it's Mexico City. We're going with Milan. We got multiple, or Milan. Now, where is Milan, or Milan in Mexico? There's Rome, Florence, San Marino. Within a mile. Thank you guys. We did it. This looks like the Mediterranean, maybe, with housing like that. I don't know. Camera seems to have a very janky frame rate. That sounded like Mandarin they were speaking, but they're just tourists. I don't think this is China, but maybe. Mykonos, says Cam. Where is Mykonos? Italy again. Gertej says Italy. Coastal Italy, says Barbara. Mykonos. Mykonos? I'm terrible at this. Greece. Cam says Greece. Oh, now it's looping. Let's say Naples. How's that? La Spezia, apparently. But it was Italy. We were only 326 miles out. We weren't that bad. Mykonos is in Greece. This looks like Japan. No. No. No, it's not. I'm way off. Jane says, if I win Lotto Max Tuesday, we're all going to Greece. You're going to send over 230 people to Greece? Santorini, says Jelly Bean. I'm totally not looking up where Santorini is now on my other monitor. That is not what I'm doing. It's like a... Barbarous is very Asian. I think we have to go with Santorini. I think it's like down here somewhere. Oh man. Cyprus. Let's just plug it. This is Seattle? Apparently that was Seattle. We were way off. That was Seattle. Oh, this is Seoul for sure, right? No? No. Okay, I'm way off. That first glimpse, it looked like it. What is this? Museu... I can't even... D'Art de... So this is France or a French country? To me, at first glance, that just looked like Seoul with mountains, but it is not at all on second glance. Who can recognize this like square behind my head? Those pillars. Barcelona. I was in Barcelona. I was just in Barcelona and I don't remember coming here, but the mountains kind of make it make sense. Barcelona, there you are. 2 miles out. Thank you. 20 minutes left. Sky Bar, men's club. You can't really look at the people because a lot of these places are tourist places, right? Caleb says, where are you going on my next trip? Stay tuned to the channel to find out. Cam says Amsterdam. This doesn't look very Amsterdam to me, is it? Wesley says Ukraine. Jellybean says Moscow. Mike T saw European license plate. Now we're basically looking for clues on the buildings, right? See a website. Yeah, we're in Eastern Europe for sure. Oh, Syndicate says the previous video we thought was Seattle was actually Victoria. Thanks for clarifying. This is Eastern Europe. Leslie says Ukraine. Well, if this is Ukraine, it was probably Kiev. All right, let's give that a crack. Let's see how bad my geography is. Within a mile, I dropped the thing exactly where we're supposed to be. Sapand is here. Hello, Sapand. I'll be back in a second. You guys better nail this one when I get back. Wait a minute. This looks... Are we in Asia? This looks like Thailand. This looks very Thai. This kind of walkway. We're walking with the camera facing backwards. I don't see... I'm going to guess Bangkok. I'm going to guess this is like around Sukhumvit in Bangkok. I'm ignoring you guys on this one. I think we are somewhere around here in Bangkok. Singapore. Julie says this looks like the walkway you just took us over in Bangkok. Yeah, it's Singapore. All right, you guys better find this one. I'll be back.
Like on the Infinity buildings, they have it in the big stuff. But I don't think anyone can access it anyway.
Did I just miss a view out the window? Wesley says looks like Hong Kong. Seattle, Seattle, Hong Kong. Look back out the window. Could this be the Space Needle in Seattle? Dial-up Dan says San Francisco. Sapan says I'm thinking Dubai. Oh, that's San Francisco. That's 100% San Francisco. There is absolutely no denying that that is San Francisco. It's like right up here. Pam says Space Needle. Estelle got it. Hey, Detroit Lions 21, Rams 17. Looks like we're in for a pretty good finish. Where is my video editing or rendering? We got 14 minutes left. Liberty Tree incorrectly guessing. We've got a tram, but this doesn't look very swanky. I'm guessing Eastern Europe somewhere? Eastern Europe? What do you guys say? And this video is pretty janky. Vicky Nolan says Eastern Europe, yeah. What do you guys say? Gotta be Russia or Serbia? Cam says pass. Kenya. Let's not waste too much time on this. Moldova. Let's head over to Eastern Europe. Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. It's not Ukraine. Let's say it's Minsk in Belarus. Let's go with Belarus. Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Pepsi, they got the old logo. I want to say like Mongolia for some reason. But Le Moulin du Provence. There's a picture of Barack Obama. Sometimes you can see like a business and you can, hey, Tucker's Marketplace. Tucker's Marketplace. I think we're in Canada, eh? No front license plate. I think we're in Eastern Canada. Arthur says Ottawa. Well, it could be Ottawa. That could have been... That looks like an Ontario plate. Is this the Byward Market? Wesley says it looks like Quebec. Yeah, there's French on here. Too much French for Ottawa. But there's a Tucker's, so we're 100% in Canada. H. Hustle says Richmond Hill. Sunjip says Ottawa. Harjot says Montreal. B. Coleman says Hull. I like Hull. Arthur says it is the Byward Market. All right. All right. Let's go with that. Within a mile. Nailed it. We thank you for those saying Ottawa. That was the Byward Market. This is Japan. There is Daiso with Japanese characters. The question is, are we in Tokyo? I'm gonna say this could be Osaka. But this is 100% Japan, right? And props to this guy for holding his camera way up above. Interesting perspective. I'm gonna guess this might be one of the side streets around Shibuya or Shinjuku. No, Akihabara. I'm guessing this is Akihabara in Tokyo. I saw... where is Akihabara? Shinagawa, Shinjuku, Akihabara. I am going all in that we are in this very specific part. Right around here. Oh God. Osaka! I should have gone with Osaka! Don't. Alright, Estelle, have a good night. Look how much better Japan looks than wherever this is. No offense, but this is like super wide streets. It's just very impersonal looking. This, I don't know. McDonald's. If this was modern Russia, that would not be McDonald's. Heinzel says Latvia. But just compare the energy of like that random street in Osaka to this. I should have said Osaka. Like, it didn't look like Tokyo to me, but I saw a few things that are in Akihabara. But I also said it might have been Osaka. Damn it. Where is this? Lane McLeod says Latvia. Should we go with Latvia? Should we go with Latvia? Which I believe is just north of Estonia. I didn't cheat at all. Alright, what's a big city in Latvia? Riga. Lane McLeod, thank you so much. Hey, Karen G is here. Long time no see, Karen G. Welcome back to the Stumble Stream. You've been here, haven't been here in like what, 2-3 years? If that is the Karen G, I think it is. Now where are we? Shaky camera. Hilton Hotel, flag at half-mast. Urban Sushi. Yellow license plate. So we're definitely in North America. We're 100% in North America. 907 area code. There we go. I'm going to go on a limb and say we're in Alaska. I don't know. I just think we're in like Anchorage, Alaska. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Seattle, New York State. Heinzel says upstate New York. Bob's home. I just had a little hunch on that. I totally didn't look up 907 area code and then just assume it would have been in Anchorage when I confirmed that was Alaska. Where is this? Our rendering video has 8 minutes to go. All right, BMW Paul, good night. Andrew says that last one wasn't Albany, New York. It was also not most places on Earth. This... Where is this? Where could this be? Do I have any other hunches that could... Oh man, we're definitely in the States. I have a feeling we're in Oregon somewhere. Salem? 34 miles out. Near Portland. I thought we were for sure in Salem, Oregon. Don't ask me how I knew that. I totally didn't look up the name of that restaurant and saw that it was in Oregon. That's not what I did. San Pietro. I think we're in Italy, folks. Lucy says, I hope your elbow heals. Thank you. You might be on a little bit of a stream delay. Sometimes when you're watching, like this morning, I was watching Dial Up Dan is about an hour from there. I was watching my premiere this morning, and I was like 5 minutes behind everyone, and everyone started saying goodbye, and I'm like, what? It's not the end yet. There's still time, but no, it was the end. I was just behind. All right, this is Italy. Somewhere in Italy.
National Park.
All right, it is Vienna. This looks, look at that bike parking. This looks lively wherever it is. Slip on the ice, got pushed down some stairs. One of them. Are we in Eastern Europe again? Germany, right? Eintracht. Frankfurt. I'm guessing we're in Frankfurt. This one is too easy. Where is Frankfurt? Stuttgart. Come on, where's Hot Dog City? Frankfurt. I saw the word Frankfurt written on a van. Oh my goodness. If you do not get this one instantly and get within like a mile of it, please give up. Give up. There's Hoboken. Hoboken. Jersey City. Well, that didn't take much effort. This looks like Asia. NDK-Com? Maybe. This looks very clean. I almost want to say this is Japan. This is a very, like, Japanese-looking vehicle. I don't know if that license plate fits Japan, but this kind of, like, alleyway is just, like, immaculately clean. But where in Japan? Not Tokyo, not Osaka. Wesley says Singapore or Japan. Every time I'm in an Asian country that has, like, small streets like this, these laneways are never nearly as clean or well kept as they are in Japan. I think there's just such an enormous, like, pride of ownership and community sense in Japan. Everyone goes out. Although those are Chinese characters, but a lot of Japanese writing is like half Hanja, half Chinese. I'm still certain this is Japan, but where? Everybody True says hot dogs and hamburgers came from Germany. Well, at least the name for them did. Could be Nagasaki. There's one. Lisa says Spain. I don't think any of us are going to nail this. Sapporo seems north. Hiroshima. Okay, let's go with Nagasaki. Let's go with Nagasaki. Syndicate 101. Do you read Japanese? We got that within a kilometer. That was some voodoo magic right there. This might be one of the last ones. There's a Dunkin' Donuts and a 7-Eleven. Boston Common. Well, this one's not going to be very hard. They did not put any thought at all into... Thanks for the challenge. Alright, this looks almost Dutch again. Yeah, look at those bicycles. They got chain guards. They got the handles pointed in. The only question is where in the Netherlands is this? Well, that guy looks like he's fucked up on something. He's having himself a good time. That looks like a church undergoing a renovation. Lisa Gibson says Greece. I'm almost positive with these Dutch-style bikes, this is the Netherlands. And that looks like a canal street right up there. Is there a canal? No? Yes, let's focus on the cat. Wesley says Amsterdam. I'm inclined to say that, but... Utrecht. Yeah, I'm inclined to say another Dutch city. First of all, stop being drunk, Johnny. You can find it. You have been there. Portugal, Spain, Italy. Rotterdam, The Hague. Let's go with Utrecht. Triple E's 81. You nailed it. We've gotten some good answers. John Lewis building. What a funky building. Anyone with some Google Maps chops should be able to figure this one out almost right away. All right, John, have a good night. The White Company. All right, I'm getting a seizure trying to read these buses. Leeds. This is the UK. They're driving on the left side. Where is Leeds? This is a big city. Big-ish. Liverpool, Sheffield, Leeds. There we go. That might have been a bus going to Leeds, right? That might not necessarily have meant we're in Leeds, but check it out. The video we were rendering has completed. It is 24 gigabytes. But we edited this earlier, and now it's rendered. This is the junk. What time is it? And it's ported. There's the map through the heart of the Junction neighborhood. And I'll be finishing up at Dundas West Station. 39 minutes. Quick little quality check. Whoa, why did the camera... Oh! I wear yellow. This is the one day. Was that when I like creeped over that lady's shoulder to check out the 3D art? Oh well. I guess they would head north. All right, I will upload that. Marge says, is that merino wool hat warm? It is certainly warm enough. It withstood the minus 15. But we are at the end of the road for this stream. This will be the last Sunday night stream like this month. There might be more, but this will be the last one of January, as I'll be flying away somewhere. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank our mods, of course, our channel members, Patreon supporters over on the Johnny Strides channel, as this is Stumbles Land. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. It was a fun time. Covered a lot of ground. Had a beer. Had a Diet Cherry Pepsi. Jane says Japan. Thanks, Brad, for letting me view some of your videos. And Megan. I guess I just assumed I had consent. Never assume you have consent. But thank you so much, guys. Jeanette, Harjot, Marge, everyone else, Barbara. I'm going to go live on the Strides channel 1 or 2 more times before I go away. So this isn't the end of me live. This is just the end of me sitting here being lazy, being live. But thank you, guys. Have a good night, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink. Sheena Roberts, thank you for the super chat. I brought myself back from the end. We are now resuming streaming, I believe. But thank you, Sheena Roberts, for the super chat. Now I really will disappear into the night.